Ta-da! What a wonderful team! Hey everyone, how's it going? So it's been a while since the last video, but we're picking up exactly where I left off last time. I just beaten Lieutenant Surge, and now we're gonna head to Rock Tunnel and then to Celadon to face Erica. First we have to head to Cerulean, which we need to be anyway because Rock Tunnel's to the southeast of Cerulean. You actually can only access it by going through Cerulean. So I'm gonna get the bike. I'd gotten the bike voucher off screen last time, and I'm gonna buy some repels, some potions, all that useful stuff. So I get on my bike, which is slightly faster, and I'm gonna have to fight a few trainers, and I figure this is a good time to train Kakuna. So yeah, in this video, Kakuna's really gonna get some good work in, but I beat all the trainers, and now I'm headed to Rock Tunnel. Unfortunately, I neglected to get Flash. This wasn't an accident. I thought I wouldn't need it, and truth be told, I really didn't. I mean, the layout's exactly the same as it was in Gen 1, and I've memorized that layout because I used to really badly speedrun Red and Blue. Mostly, actually, Yellow, funny enough. But yeah, I face all the trainers, but halfway through, I've started to run out of super potions, and by that I mean I completely ran out of super potions, and I'm like, alright, I can't beat this hiker, so I'm gonna try and, sneak around him. So okay, let's get the rappel down. Alright, this should be good. And it scrolls up, like what the hell? So yeah, I faced the hiker, and I'm really worried because my Pokemon don't have a lot of health. So I send out Rattata, and I go for Super Fang, thinking, alright, half health, but it misses, of course. Geodude uses Defense Curl, and I'm like, alright, screw it. I'm just going to use Thief. So I use Thief, it does more than half, it uses Mud Sport, so very good. Another Thief, and that is 1 out of 4 down. Alright guys, we're a quarter of the way done. We got this, we got this. Rattata is just too good. So Hyper Fang, that's going to take out Machop, sorry, in 1 hit, and that's 2 down. Alright, we almost got this. Just a few more. Here's Thief. And yeah, that's a little bit of overkill, but I'm still optimistic. Alright, we got Kakuna. Level 24 now. Alright, Kakuna, show me what you got. Poison Sting. Alright, doesn't poison, and yeah, I guess that's what you got. So, yeah, Kakuna doesn't really help me out here, but that's okay. So, basically, I go back to the Pokemon Center, and eventually make it through Rock Tunnel after having to traverse it a few times. I used up all 10 of my repels. I just bought 10 because it was a nice even number. It worked out pretty well. So I heal up, and I head west to Celadon. But, a lot of you have been wanting to see some Kakuna battles. Here you go. Here is a Kakuna battle. So we're facing off against 2 Clefairy, and I get a first turn Poison Sting. Now these Clefairy sets, very good sets, I have to say. Follow Me, Sing, Minimize, and Double Slap. It's only attacking move. So, yeah, I'm missing, I'm falling asleep, but luckily, Kakuna has this really useful ability that'll activate, I think, this turn, which is Shed Skin. Basically, when Kakuna is statused, it has a 50% chance of healing itself. Really useful, I guess. But, seriously, the reason I don't show off Kakuna fights is because look how boring they are. I mean, the thing with Kakuna that's really annoying is that in Generation 1, I mean, technically this is Gen 3, but it's based on the Gen 1 game. So in the original 150 Pokemon, there is only one grass Pokemon, Tangela, that's not poison type. Every other grass type, I believe, also is poison type. So, yeah, except for, and Execute, which is also psychic type. But there's only one pure grass type, and psychic is super effective against me. So, there are very few Pokemon where I can exploit the fact that I have a poison move. Otherwise, I have to use it against, normal Pokemon, and special attackers also do a lot of damage. So, yeah, that took, I think a minute. But this is why I really don't have many good spots to use Kakuna. I have to pick spots where it's a physical attacker that can get poisoned, so it can't be a poison type, which means it can't be a grass type, which means Kakuna really never gets type advantage, and Poison Sting's only 15, base power. So, yeah, I'm pretty much stuck fighting, Caterpie and stuff. Actually, Caterpie's not good because it has Shield Dust, so it can't get your extra effect won't activate. I actually had no idea that was Caterpie's ability until a year ago. It's a pretty useful ability. Too bad only Caterpie and Weedle get it. Anyway, yeah, so the rest of this video is just me fighting Erica. And you know why? Because people have been saying Kakuna really isn't getting enough love. So, okay, you want to see Kakuna? Here's some more Kakuna. That Clefairy wasn't enough. Kakuna's gonna fight this entire gym. So let's see how that goes. So I did some shopping, as you might have seen at Celadon, so I'm ready to take this Kakuna into overdrive. So Bulbasaur comes out. Bulbasaur is grass poison, but I'm using some X attacks, and Razor Leaf does 8 damage. Now, I want to take you through the math. That is 13% of my health with the move, that is double not very effective. So it's doing a quarter of what it normally would do. I mean, this is just... I mean, I want you to take that... So if this was doing what it should be, that would be 60% of my health. I mean, that's how terrible my special defense is. This is just horrifying. And, like, I'm using... How many X attacks have I used? Like even Vine Whip's doing 5. That's 1/12. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's so hard to use this thing, and I don't have infinite money. In this run, I faint a lot. So I bought a few freshwater, because they're much cheaper than super potions. And, yeah, I mean, that's what I need to do if I'm going to use Kakuna. I need to use, like, 1,000,000 healing items. I need to buff it to all heck. And the biggest problem is, its biggest weakness is actually special defense. Oh, look at that crit. That did, like, pretty much my entire health. Got to heal here. And... yeah, there is no X special defense. I think those came to exist in either Gen 4 or 5. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't exist in Gen 3, and that's what I could really use. So I do take down Bulbasaur, and now here's Ivysaur. So Ivysaur actually outspeeds me. I outsped Bulbasaur, so I have to use an X speed, which I didn't buy, of course. So, yeah, I bought some X accuracies. That's actually for Rattata. I'm going to get Blizzard very soon, and Blizzard misses a lot, so X accuracy will be helpful. But anywho, I keep getting put to sleep. Like, I actually haven't done any damage to this Ivysaur yet. It's put me to sleep, like, every single turn, and I've had to heal. So, yeah, I still don't have that X speed. You can keep looking. It's not there. And it's doing 23 damage with the crit. That means it would actually... It's not doing that much more than Bulbasaur, funny enough. Its stats are actually very similar. So I use String Shot in lieu of an X speed. And I get that crit. That crit did, like, maybe a 6th at most. So... you know, I'm really hoping I beat this thing. Vine Whip, alright, I gotta heal just in case, but I don't. I guess that was smart. So I fall asleep, and I decide, okay, now I'll heal. I mean, I guess since I'm asleep. He uses Razor Leaf, so it's doing about, you know, 8 to 10, so a little bit more than Bulbasaur. That one just did 11. Vine Whip is doing 6, so I finally wake up. Poison Sting is doing decent enough damage, but, like, yeah... You wanted to see Kakuna? Here is Kakuna. This is what I have to do. And usually I think, oh, I'm going to be nice to the viewers. I'm going to cut this part out. But, alright. People wanted to see a Kakuna Rattata run. This is the Kakuna part of the run. It is excruciating. But look at that. Kakuna levels up to level 26, and it beat a Bulbasaur and an Ivysaur. Good job. That $480 was well worth it, even though I invested, let me think, probably about $2,000 in this battle. So, I go back to the Pokemon Center. Well, actually, I cut down this bush first. But then I go back to the Pokemon Center, heal up, and actually do some errands. I get Fly. I think that's the only errand I did. Oh, I guess I fight her first. Whoops. Look at that. I forgot the order I did it. Okay, so I fight Oddish Person. And Kakuna, it's ready, but I think you guys get this. I'll just skip ahead. So, it was actually between the Oddish Trainer and Erica where I did all the errands, not that it matters. So, I restocked up on items, I'm ready to fight Erica, and she sends out her victory bell, I send out the almighty Kakuna, and yeah, okay, I go and use a dire hit, so my hits are more likely to be critical. She paralyzes me. I go for the X attack, and I figure I'm going to need at least 2 or 3. It goes for Acid, and yeah, so Acid is a physical attack in this generation. And it's still doing, like, what, 11, 12? Giga Drain, that was Giga Drain. That's double not very effective. I mean, at this point, I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do this? But I promised myself I would use Kakuna. And it only does have 5 PP. And I use X defense, and look at that. Acid's, like, doing now 8. But it lowers my defense, and I'm like, oh my god. So, it goes for Acid again. That's doing, like, 12 damage. I mean, this is how bad Kakuna is. I mean, okay, like, let's be honest. If I were really doing... By the way, that was lucky, but... probably should be commentating this battle. Also, my hits are doing nothing. If I was doing a solo Kakuna run, I would be, you know, grinding a lot more. Like, I would want Kakuna to be at least, let's say, level 35 or 36 by this point. Because, you know, even if I was at level 26, this wouldn't be a fair fight. And, thankfully, I haven't lost enough battles that I don't have money. Money really starts to become a problem at the Elite Four, and that's why I want to conserve money, because the Elite Four is going to be tough, even with a Rattata. Kakuna still makes this run actually makes this run even harder, because I'm splitting experience points, as you can see. So I keep going for Poison Sting. I'm actually getting really lucky with when it's deciding. I think it's out of Giga Drains. I think I was actually, when I did this fight, I had like a pen, and I was calculating how many Giga Drains they used. So I think they just have Acid. Acid is still a bit of a problem because Acid can lower my defense, and that's not very good. So I keep going for Poison Sting. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a lot of crits, despite the fact I did use a Dire Hit, and I miscalculated. It did have another Giga Drain, and that's not me in the voice recording. I remember I miscalculated, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's twice I've survived on an insanely low amount of health, 3 and 6 respectively. So it goes for Acid once again. I keep going for Poison Sting. It goes for Stun Spore. I mean, this is pretty good AI. It's being really annoying to fight. Acid, I go for Poison Sting, and there's the Hyper Potion. And I'm just like, ugh. There's the crit too, and the defense lowering, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Rattata, do your thing. And I don't have epic music to play, but yeah, Rattata does its thing. I get a lucky flinch, and there goes the Victory Bell. So Rattata levels up to level 37, and Tangela, which has pretty good defense, let's see how that holds up against Hyper Fang. Not too well. Oh, and you've activated my Guts, I see. That was a very good idea. Thank you, Erica. I mean, I didn't need Guts. I would have taken out your Vileplume anyway, but, I'll take it. So I use Hyper Fang, and it actually doesn't take out Vileplume in one hit. Giga Drain does a bit of damage. Poison takes me into the red bar, but another Hyper Fang is enough to take out Vileplume. And I really tried to use Kakuna, guys. I really tried, but it's way too annoying. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too annoying, but I did promise a Kakuna Rattata run, and so I gave you some Kakuna. Next video, we will be seeing all Rattata because I'm facing mostly Poison Pokemon with Team Rocket, and I'm going to be facing the Pokemon Tower in Lavender. So that's all for this video. Take care.